July 5, 1943. Kursk, Russia. A-10 Warthogs dive. GAU-8 cannons roar, shredding German Panthers in fiery explosions. German Tiger tank crews, once fearless, flee in panic as A-10s rain death from above, leaving wreckage behind. World War II rages since 1939. Germany's invasion of the Soviet Union in 1941 leads to epic battles. Hitler's Operation Citadel aims to crush Soviet forces at Kursk, seeking to regain strategic dominance in 1943. Soviets, led by Stalin, predict the attack, fortifying Kursk with trenches, mines, and anti-tank defenses. Kursk hosts history's largest tank battle. 800,000 Germans, 3,000 tanks face 2 million Soviets, 5,000 tanks. But history shifts. A-10 Warthogs from the future appear with a demonic growl, rewriting the battlefield's fate. A-10 fate void taunt beatent. Thunderbolt Tandidedis Titadan Tatu, nicknamed Warthog, is built for one purpose: annihilating tanks with unmatched firepower. Its titanium-armored cockpit and twin engines allow low, slow flights, shrugging off ground-based anti-aircraft fire. The GAU-8 Avenger, a 30mm rotary cannon, fires 70 uranium rounds per second, slicing tanks in half. Under its wings, AGM-65 Maverick missiles, Hydra rockets, and cluster bombs make every sortie devastating. A-10s loiter like vultures, circling for hours, picking off targets with surgical precision over the battlefield. German Tigers and Panthers, apex predators of 1943, crumble under the GIU-8 High-Cheese TTE-8's depleted uranium rounds. Soviet T-34s, the Red Army's backbone, gain an ally as A-10s clear paths through German armor. Dawn breaks. German tanks roll forward, unaware of the shadows in the sky, preparing to strike. A-10s dive, GAU-8s unleash a deafening roar, obliterating Panther tanks in a storm of fire and smoke. German soldiers fire machine guns skyward, but A-10s circle relentlessly, undeterred by futile resistance. A Maverick missile slams into a Ferdinand tank, lifting the 65-ton beast in a massive explosion. GAU-8 targets a Tiger, severing its turret as terrified crews abandon their burning steel coffins. German Stuka dive bombers scramble to intercept, but A-10s outmaneuver and outgun the outdated planes. Flak cannons on hillsides bark, yet A-10s' armored cockpits absorb shrapnel, their cannons still churning. A-10s pivot to German supply lines, destroying trucks and artillery with relentless precision strikes. From trenches, Soviet soldiers watch in awe as German tanks erupt in flames, clearing their path. T-34 tanks surge forward, rolling past smoldering wrecks, meeting little resistance thanks to A-10s. 2 hours in, hundreds of German tanks lie in ruins, the battlefield choked with smoke and fire. A-10s climb, pilots scanning for new targets, their wings glinting under the rising sun's light. Hydra rockets streak from A-10s, blanketing German infantry positions supporting the tank advance. Cluster bombs rain down, shredding clustered German armor in a devastating cascade of explosion. German units retreat in chaos, abandoning burning tanks as A-10s dominate the skies above. Soviets seize key positions, advancing rapidly as German resistance collapses under aerial onslaught. German commanders radio Berlin, reporting flying monsters from the future, sowing panic in Hitler's ranks. Germans adapt, hiding tanks under trees, deploying more flak guns to counter the A-10 threat. Soviet morale soared, soldiers cheering AA-10s as sky pigs that devour German Tigers with ease. Soviets mark targets with smoke, coordinating with A-10s to maximize the destruction of German armor. A-10s' ammunition dwindles after hours of relentless attacks, forcing pilots to conserve their deadly payloads. Silo, JP-8 fuel, absent in 1943, limits A-10's endurance, requiring careful management to stay airborne. Maintenance is impossible in Kursk's fields, with dust and mud clogging A-10's delicate engines. Soviet summer storms reduce visibility, making low-altitude A-10 runs riskier and less effective. Muddy terrain after rain complicates emergency landings, threatening A-10's operational survival. A downed A-10 risks its future technology falling into German or Soviet hands, a strategic disaster. Stalin's propaganda hails A-10s. Our sky pigs feast on German tigers, boosting Soviet morale. Hitler, paranoid, suspects betrayal or alien technology, ordering purges that weaken German command. German allies, Italy and Hungary, doubt victory as A-10s decimate Hitler's prize tank divisions. Kursk's civilians suffer collateral damage as A-10's firepower spills into nearby villages and fields. Soviet civilians, inspired by A-10s, ramp up weapons production to support the war effort. For Day 1 ends with thousands of German tanks destroyed. Kursk, a graveyard of twisted steel. Soviets crushed German assault, ending Kursk faster than history, thanks to A-10's intervention. German casualties soar, but A-10s spare countless Soviet lives by breaking the enemy's spine. Kursk's collapse weakens Germany, paving the way for Allied advances in Western Europe. Kursk is etched in history as the battle where future technology rewrote the rules of war. A-10s become legend. Iron hogs from the sky, forever tied to Kursk's apocalyptic clash. The battle highlights air power's dominance, a lesson shaping modern warfare's reliance on aviation. Compared to Normandy or El Alamein, Kursk shows air superiority's decisive role in victory. Kursk's outcome sparks faster development of ground attack aircraft in post-war military arsenals. Alternate history of Kursk inspires films, books, and debates about technology's role in war. Kursk teaches that superior technology can shift battles, but wars require broader strategies. A-10s turn Kursk from a grueling tank battle into a one-sided aerial slaughter. Millions of Soviet lives may be saved, yet the war grinds on toward 1945. Even A-10s need fuel and support, proving logistics are war's true backbone. What if future tech altered history's pivotal battles? Kursk sparks endless speculation. Could A-10s change Normandy or Stalingrad? Share your thoughts on history's what-ifs. A-10s fly at 700 km reach, with a 460 km combat radius, dominating battlefields. German Tiger tanks, 57 tons with 80 double-battery guns, were no match for A-10s. Soviet T-34s, agile and mass-produced, thrived with A-10s clearing their path. Stuka dive bombers with terrifying sirens fell easily to A-10's superior firepower. Flak 80 Pyretin, Satamin 18 guns, versatile and deadly, couldn't penetrate A-10's armored hulls. Kursk's summer storms and mud challenged A-10's low-altitude precision strikes. Propaganda fueled both sides, with Stalin exploiting A-10s for Soviet glory. Logistics, like fuel shortages, limit even the mightiest weapons in war. Alternate history explores what-if scenarios, reimagining pivotal moments like Kursk. Air power's rise in WWIG reshaped warfare, a trend continuing to modern conflicts. A-10s, built for Cold War tank battles, proved devastating in WWII's context. Real Kursk lasted weeks, a brutal slog ending in Germany's strategic defeat. Kursk's real legacy, a turning point leading to Berlin's fall in 1945. Explore more alternate histories and military tech. What battle should